Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and I have made the reluctant decision to drop my Let's Play of Bleach Soul Resurrection, effective immediately. Okay, so first of all, let me just quickly start out by saying that this is not something I try to make into a habit. Usually when I pick a game to do a Let's Play of, these usually are the kind of things that I generally do consider. You know, I usually when picking out a game to Let's Play, I think, okay, how much do I like this game? How much can I endure it? You know, how much do I enjoy it? How likely am I to drop this partway through? You know, I usually do take stuff like that into consideration, but that being said, sometimes I'm only human, so I can still make mistakes like that, like with here. So basically, I completely forgot just how grindy this game is. Like, it is proper grindy, and I completely forgot about that. Now, initially, the reason I did this Let's Play to start out with was basically as a celebration for the return of Bleach: A Thousand Year Blood War. You know, the return of the anime after so long, and that was the main reason I started it. And originally in the first couple episodes, it did start out as fun. I was enjoying it in the beginning. But the first couple episodes, I was really enjoying it. But the thing is, the type of games I like, I like games that I can just casually play through, and where I'm guaranteed to make progress every single episode and not get stuck. I mean, yeah, sure, I like a little bit of a challenge, but not to the point where it's going to make me have to stop partway through and to grind a whole bunch. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not against grinding. I do like grinding in certain games. Again, one of my favorites, my favorite genre of games is JRPG, and they have a lot of grinding, but I feel they do grinding right. So how they handle grinding basically is, you just normally fighting enemies in the dungeon, and you just kind of level up naturally. But Bleach handles things by just grinding for soul points in the level, and then you come out of the level, go into the level up menu, and spend those points on a particular stat. And that just basically means going back and going back and going back just to get more and more soul points. And it's I have spoke about this before. I've done an entire video about this, speaking about my annoyances I have with this in full detail. I've done an entire rant video about this, about how I feel and how I feel that it's not particularly a good way of leveling. Like, again, I'm all right with leveling, but not to this extent. And again, it's just, it just feels like torture now, I mean, again, if you look back to the community tabs I was posting round about that time, I think maybe, not quite the Grimjow episode, because I think that I did do that in one single take, but I think maybe after the Grimjow fight, who was after Grimjow again? Who was it now? I don't know, I think maybe Ulquiorra and, yeah, the fight with Ulquiorra and then the Hollow fight Ichigo. I think round about those kind of episodes is where I was starting to get a bit annoyed, where it was, the game was feeling less fun than it did, because, again, I was having fun with the game just by playing it naturally, but after a certain point, it got to a point where you're just, your attacks are barely doing anything. You're taking a lot more hits than you probably should, just because you're under-leveled. And again, I'm not against leveling at all. It's just I feel this particular I just feel like this particular system of leveling is just, I just think it's a very, very bad. I mean, again, I know there's probably some people who like this kind of leveling, but it's just not for me. You know, I'm more of a casual gamer. I don't really like all this, you know, hardcore speedrunning kind of stuff. It's not really for me. I'm more of a casual gamer. You know, I just likes to enjoy the experience, and I feel like if you're stuck on a level just grinding over and over, I think that just kind of takes me out of it, if I'm being honest. So again, I'm not trying to say that this particular leveling system is bad, because I know there probably are some gamers who do like that aspect of things. I'm just saying it's not for me. It's not really my cup of tea, and it kind of takes me out of the immersion. It makes these episodes less fun to record, and to honestly, again, it just feels like torture. So again, it's happened a couple times now. It's happened with the it's happened a couple episodes now, I believe, where I just had to take a couple nights off just to grind the levels, and it's happened a couple times now. But I think the worst case of what's happened is this particular episode I'm on now, on level 11 with Byakuya Kuchiki and Yami. Honestly, I have just been grinding off screen constantly, and I've still only gotten Byakuya up to level 4, and I'm still dying to Yami like that, and it's just not fun. I'm not having fun anymore. It feels more like torture. Again, these massive gaps in between episodes, which isn't really helpful for my channel's reputation, which is, you know, and the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. So that's so basically, I'm just not having fun playing Bleach Soul Resurrection anymore. And again, the whole point of these Let's Plays is for me to have fun, and for you guys to have fun playing along with me, if you are playing along with me, or just watching and, you know, playing along with me, or just coming along for the journey, whatever the case. And if I'm not having fun, then I don't think if I'm not having fun, I don't think you guys are going to have much fun either. So, you know, if I'm not enjoying it, then what's even the point? You know, so because of that, I have made the reluctant decision to drop the Let's Play entirely. So what this basically means is I'm just basically after this video, I'm just going to drop the Let's Play, which is the first major time this has happened. Again, I don't intend to make this into a habit. Usually I try to pick games that I feel confident enough that I can complete without this happening. And again, usually I do try to play the game a good few times to the point where I have played through most of it and have beaten it at least once, or nearly beaten it. Basically, I play the game until I'm at a point where I feel confident that I can actually beat it. And yeah, so I don't usually make a habit out of this. I don't intend to make a habit out of this. So hopefully you won't really see this kind of an announcement all that often. The only other time I can think of where I've kind of done this was with Jewel Quest, which again, if I did Jewel Quest now, I might have been able to do it, just because again my scheduling and my timing is a lot more different, and I can edit my own videos now. You know, I could have cut all that extra time out to where I actually beat the level and stuff. So I think if I had done Jewel Quest now instead of back then, I think I might have been able to persevere and eventually beaten it. But yeah, this is the first major time I have straight up dropped a Let's Play, and as a result, I have basically added a new section to my Let's Play status. So the complete is now been changed to complete and dropped. Again, I've done a few little changes here and there. I might do a mini video talking about that at some point, because there have been a few significant changes. But yeah, just because I'm not having fun playing Bleach Soul Resurrection anymore, I'm just thinking it's best that I drop it and just go to something else, something I feel more confident with, something I don't feel I'll need to grind a bunch off screen. I mean, again, I'm alright with a little bit of grinding off screen, but not to this extent. So I'm not against the whole grinding off screen as a concept as a whole. I'm fine with that, but not to the extent I have been. Like, if I'm just grinding a little off screen, you know, that's fine. That's fine, you know? But not as much as I have been. And again, I've been grinding like for days now, and I'm still getting my arse handed to me by Yami. If that's happening, and if I've been leveling that much and I'm still getting my butt handed to me, I think it's a good sign I should probably stop before things get too out of hand, you know? So, right. Now, the question lies, what's going to happen now that I have stopped Bleach Soul Resurrection? So, usually the idea would be once it finishes, I would have something to replace it, but this is kind of a little on the spot and impromptu, so at this point I haven't really thought of a decent game to replace it just yet. So I think just because of all the stress that I've been through lately with Bleach Soul Resurrection, I think I might just go to a daft little silly game just to as a bridge, or like a filler type thing, just as a bridge until I decide what the next major Let's Play is going to be. So again, another Let's Play, which will still be treated as a Let's Play kinda, but it's meant to be a bridge. So I'll probably end up doing something daft, something silly, like say maybe, I don't know, Untitled Goose Game. That might be, it's silly, it's funny, it's light-hearted, it's very short, it's a good length for a bridge. I think bridge Let's Plays are usually like, short games or games that don't really have an end. Again, another bridge game could be Minecraft or just any game that doesn't really have an end that I can just keep going back to whenever I need something to fill in the spots. But yeah, so I'm probably going to go to Untitled Goose Game just until I think of what I want to do next, basically. Again, there are a few other things that I've been doing off screen which might delay the next Let's Play and stuff, but again, I'll probably talk more about that in another video coming up probably. But yeah, I just wanted to make this little video just to let you know that I have decided to drop Bleach Soul Resurrection just because it's just not fun anymore. Again, it was fun in the beginning, but it feels more like torture now. And I think if a Let's Play feels like torture, I mean, again, I've been losing sleep over this, just trying to grind for the levels that I need to get ready for the next episode. And if I'm losing sleep over this, if I'm losing sleep, if I'm delaying episodes this much, it's probably a good sign I should just drop it before something happens, before things get out of hand, before my mental health takes too much of a dip, which it already has a little bit. Again, I think something like Untitled Goose Game might also help with my mental health a little bit. Just something a little bit less stressful, So, yeah. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see all of you guys for the first episode. Actually, no, I'll probably do an announcement trailer as well, just for something short. But anyway, yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, have a good day, you guys.